When fireflies turned blue that evening, the field looked full of tiny ghosts. You stood beside the crooked fence and said the thing that hurt the most. The sky was soft, the air was sweet, the grass was shining at our knees. How could a night be that beautiful and still take everything from me? When fireflies turn blue, so did every part of us. The light kept blinking in the dark, like a heart afraid to trust. When fireflies turn blue, I watched your love become the sky, close enough to make me reach, too far to ask it why. I kept the fence between my fingers, rough wood cutting through my skin. You looked toward the mountain road like your future had walked in. 1,000 little lights were rising, but none of them showed me how to hold a person who was leaving without breaking down somehow. When fireflies turn blue, so did every part of us. The light kept blinking in the dark, like a heart afraid to trust. When fireflies turn blue, I watched your love become the sky, close enough to make me reach, too far to ask you why. I still return when summer deepens, when the fields begin to glow. The fireflies keep your secret, but my body seems to know. When fireflies turn blue, the whole night lost its flame. Even beauty learned to wound me. Even light pronounced your name. When fireflies turn blue, I watched forever say goodbye, close enough to make me reach, too far to ask it why. Moonlight leaves the door half open, like it knows I'll wait for more. The floor is pale, the house is listening to a key that turns no more. The latch remembers your old rhythm, the war remembers every code. I stand inside the quiet doorway with a goodbye in my throat. Moonlight leaves the door, but you do not come through. It paints the room silver like it wants to look like you. waiting there. The night insects sing in the grass, soft as whispers from the hill. I breathe in like the world is gentle, and lose you in the still. The mat is worn from coming home. Your footprint's gone, but not erased. I learned how absence enters quietly and takes the shape of space. Moonlight leaves the door, but you do not come through. It paints the room with silver, like it wants to look like you. Moonlight leaves the door open to the empty air. I close my hands around forever and found nothing waiting there. I do not hate the open dark, it lets the mountain breathe inside. But every beautiful piece of light looks like one more way you said goodbye. Moonlight leaves the door, and the whole night kneels in blue. I keep the silence almost holy, because it still belongs to you. Moonlight leaves the door open where we used to be. I close my hands around forever, and forever slip from me. Your shadow crossed harvest in my dream, long and soft between the rows. You did not speak, you only turned, like someone love already knows. The moon was full above the fields, the cut rice shone like old gold thread. I woke with dirt beneath my nails from holding ground inside my head. Your shadow crossed harvest, and the season opened wide. I saw the life we almost gathered, stacked in bundles by your side. Your shadow crossed harvest, then the morning took you back. Even dreams know how to leave me with both hands full of what I lack. All day I worked beneath the sun, the grain dust clung to every breath. I kept expecting you to call me from the bright edge of regret. The others laughed across the field, their voices rose like birds in light. I tied the sheaves and tied my feelings, but both came loose by night. Your shadow crossed harvest, and the season opened wide. I saw the life we almost gathered, stacked in bundles by your side. Your shadow crossed harvest, then the morning took you back. Even dreams know how to leave me with both hands full of what I lack. If love was work, I gave my body. If love was faith, I gave my knees. But you're already beyond the valley, like smoke beyond the trees. Your shadow crossed harvest, and the stars bent down to see. I reached for you across the moonlight, but woke holding only me. Your shadow crossed harvest, The road refused dawn that morning. Fog lay thick across the bend. I walked until the village vanished, trying to find the place we end. My coat was wet, my hands were empty. The birds were laid inside the trees. I wanted one clear sign from heaven, but heaven hid itself from me. The road refused dawn, and I refused to heal. The light was somewhere far ahead, but not where I could feel. The road refused dawn, kept your shadow in the air. I took 1,000 steps away and still found you everywhere. A motorbike passed like distant thunder, then faded into morning gray. The tire tracks filled up with water, like the world erased its way. The milestones stood like quiet witnesses, counting every breath I lost. I learned that moving from a person does not mean the heart is crossed. The road refused dawn, and I refused to heal. The light was somewhere far ahead, but not where I could feel. The road refused dawn, kept your shadow in the air. I took 1,000 steps away and still found you everywhere. Maybe tomorrow is not distance. Maybe it is learning how to stay. With all the love that could not follow, and all the love that would not fade. The road refused dawn till the mountains turned to white. I finally saw the morning coming, but it did not make things right. The road refused dawn, still your shadow filled the air. I took 1,000 steps away and still found love standing there. The roof heard everything that night, rain speaking hard above our heads. We whispered low like broken candles, afraid to light the things we said. The thunder rolled behind the hills, the blankets held our cooling hands. I felt the ending in your breathing before my heart could understand. The roof heard everything, every truth we tried to spare. The rain kept falling over us like the sky was crying there. The roof heard everything, even what we never softly through the bed. You turned your face toward the window. I watched the lightning touch your cheek. A single tear became a river, and I became too scared to speak. The candles died without a sound. The room went blue and cold and white. I knew the storm outside would finish, but not the one we kept inside. The roof heard everything, every truth we tried to spare. The rain kept falling over us like the sky was crying there. The roof heard everything, even what we never said. Love did not break in one loud moment. It leaked softly through the bed. If walls could pray, this house would have. If rain could plead, it would have tried. But we were two tired hearts in silence, letting forever close its eyes. The roof heard everything, and the dawn still came too soon. It left pale light across your pillow, like an empty silver moon. The roof heard everything, every word and every thread. Love did not break in one loud moment. It left quietly instead. Fog carries your name through the valley, soft and slow, between the pines. It enters every open window and settles where your hand touched mine. The village wakes behind a veil. The roofs turn silver, fields turn pale. I breathe you in before I know it, like grief has learned how to exhale. Fog carries your name, and I cannot see the road. Every way I try to leave you turns back into home. Fog carries your name through the hills and through my chest. You were gone beyond the morning, but not beyond the love you left. The old bridge disappears at sunrise. The river hides beneath the white. I stand where we once watched the weather, turning all the world to light. Your voice is not a voice anymore, it is moisture on the air. I lift my face into the silence and find you waiting there. disappears. The fields, the roofs, the mountain edges all dissolve into my tears. Smoke carries your name, and I finally understand you are gone beyond the morning, but your love still fills the land. Fog carries your name, soft as breath and old regret. I may learn to live without you, but I will not forget. I stayed through monsoon after you, when the road became a stream. The house shook hard with heavy weather, and I kept one lantern clean. The bridge was swallowed by the river, the fields were mirrors without end. I thought if I survived the season, my heart might know how to mend. I stayed through monsoon, through the water, through the night. I held the roof above your memory with both hands and no light. I stayed through monsoon, but the flood was not the rain, it was every place inside me where your love still came. The cupboard swelled, the walls grew darker, your old photograph curled thin. I dried it near the cooking fire, like it was still breathing skin. The radio warned of rising water, I heard only what we lost. Some storms leave when the sky is empty, some storms stay in charge of cost. I stayed through monsoon, through the water, through the night. I held the roof above your memory with both hands and no light. I stayed through monsoon, but the flood was not the rain, it was every place inside me where your love still came. Do not call me brave for staying, I had nowhere else to go. Every road was underwater, every room already knew. I stayed through monsoon, when the whole world blurred and bent. I saved your picture from the river, but not what leaving meant. I stayed through monsoon, and the rain still speaks your name. The flood was never water, it was a love that never drained. Smoke above our kitchen rises blue into the dawn. I cook the rice the way you liked it, then remember you are gone. The spoon hits softly on the bowl, a little bell inside the room. The morning should be ordinary, but it wears the shape of you. Smoke above our kitchen carries what I cannot say. climbs beyond the wooden ceiling, like a prayer that lost its way. Smoke above our kitchen, soft and trembling, thin and high. I feed the fire every morning, but I cannot warm goodbye. Your cup is hidden on the shelf, behind the plates we rarely use. I move it once, then put it back, like losing you is still a choice. The radio plays an older song, the kind you hum with half a smile. I stir the soup and let the silence stand beside me for a while. Smoke above our kitchen carries what I cannot say. It climbs beyond the wooden ceiling, like a prayer that lost its way. Smoke above our kitchen, soft and trembling, thin and high. I feed the fire every morning, but I cannot warm goodbye. The house has learned to live without you, but not the part that used to shine. Every meal becomes a mirror, every mirror asks why. Smoke above our kitchen turns the morning into blue. It rises like the life we planned and disappears from view. Smoke above our kitchen, fading into empty sky. I feed the fire every morning, but nothing teaches love goodbye. Cold tea after midnight sits untouched beside the bed. The cup remembers your two hands better than my heart forgets. The lamp burns low, the curtains breathe, the rain counts time against the tin. I do not call, I do not write, but every hour lets you in. Cold tea after midnight, in your chair across the room. I taste the words I never gave you, soft and bitter, gone too soon. Cold tea after midnight, like a promise left to cool. I should be sleeping through your absence, but the night still acts like you. The clock is slow above the shelf, it drags the dark from wall to wall. I watch the steam become nothing and learn that love can look that small. The mountain wind finds every crack, it moves the papers on the floor. You're old, no bends, but never leaves, like it is waiting at the door. Cold tea after midnight, in your chair across the room. I taste the words I never gave you, soft and bitter, gone too soon. Cold tea after midnight, like a promise left every time I drink cold tea after midnight, and the rain becomes a choir. Your empty chair turns silver in the last breath of the fire. Cold tea after midnight, nothing left in on to chew. I should be sleeping through your absence, but the night still pours out you. Sleeps on harvest in the field. The rice bends low beneath the grave. I hold the basket like a memory, too full of what I could not say. The mountain path is soft with mud. My shoes remember where we stood. I thought the season would move on, but even green can feel like wood. Rain sleeps on harvest tonight, and I sleep beside your absence. Every drop on every leaf sounds like your quiet footsteps. Rain sleeps on harvest tonight. The fields still shine with hay. What we planted did not bloom, but it still rises in the rain. The neighbors call from far away. Their voices float across the land. I turn around before I think, still searching for your open hand. The scarecrow leans toward the road. The sky is low, the air is sweet. The world keeps feeding what remains, while I forget how to release. Rain sleeps on harvest tonight, and I sleep beside your absence. Every drop on every leaf sounds like your quiet footsteps. Rain sleeps on harvest tonight. The fields still shine with pain. What we planted did not bloom, but it still rises in the rain. I do not ask the clouds for you. I do not beg the soil to speak, but every root beneath this place still knows the promise underneath. Rain sleeps on harvest tonight, and the valley turns to glass. I walk where we were almost happy, and the past grows through the grass. Rain sleeps on harvest tonight, soft as love that came too late. What we planted did not bloom, but I still carry all its weight. Empty fields remember every everything, even when the season turns. The cut rice leaves a golden egg where all our little summers burned. The path is dry, the sky is wide, the mountain stands without reply. I thought an empty place meant peace, but this one keeps you alive. Empty fields, remember everything, the way you laughed, the way you ran. Every wind across the stubble feels like your fingers in my hand. Empty fields, remember everything, what the heart tried not to keep. You left the harvest long ago, but the ground still speaks in dreams. I find a ribbon near the fence, blue faded down to almost white. I cannot prove it once was yours, but my heart chooses it tonight. The buffalo bells are far away, the road is turning copper red. I carry home another evening with your weather in my chest. Empty fields, remember everything, the way you laughed, the way you ran. Every wind across the stubble feels like your fingers in my hand. Empty fields, remember everything, what the heart tried not to keep. You left the harvest long ago, but the ground still speaks in dreams. Baby, love is like the soil, quiet after all the rain. Nothing showing on the surface, still alive below the pain. Empty fields, remember everything. Underneath the moonlit haze, I stand where we were young and certain, and I lose you 20 ways. Empty fields, remember everything, every promise, every seam. You left the harvest long ago, but the ground still says we dreamed. Where morning forgot us, the fog stayed low over the steps and the apricot tree. I woke too late to stop you leaving, too early to know what it meant to me. You know it was folded by the basin, the ink had bled from all the rain. I read it once and lost the sunrise, I read it twice and kept the pain. Where morning forgot us, I am still standing there. The sky moved on without me, but your silence filled the air. Where morning forgot us, light forgot to rise. I watched the day begin without you, with the night still in my eyes. The chickens crossed the muddy yard, the kettle breathed again. against the wall. The smallest life continued gently, while my whole life felt too small. A neighbor waved across the fence. I smiled like glass and turned away. Some goodbyes are not loud disasters. They are ordinary days where morning forgot us. I am still standing there. The sky moved on without me, but your silence filled the air. Where morning forgot us, the light forgot to rise. I watched the day begin without you, with the night still in my eyes. I have forgiven many hours, but not the hour you became gone. It still arrives before the sunlight and wears your face until the dawn. Where morning forgot us, the whole valley turned to gray. I learned that someone can be leaving even before they walk away. Where morning forgot us, the light still feels unkind. I watched the day begin without you and left myself behind. Your coat still hangs near firelight, a dark shape by the wooden chair. I should have moved it months ago, but winter keeps pretending you are there. The flames lean close and pull away, like every promise we once made. I warm my hands above the past, but not the part that still feels saved. Your cold near firelight looks like you almost stayed. The room turns gold around it and falls back into gray. Your cold near firelight still holds the cold outside. I lost the person wearing it, but not the love it left behind. A button shines against the sleeve, a little moon I used to touch. It carries rain from that last road, and somehow that is still too much. The kettle sings, the embers fade, the night comes down without a sound. I fold my heart into the heat and never learn to put you down. You're cold near firelight, looks like you Your cold near firelight makes the whole room softly ache. I touch the sleeve like it might answer. Oh, like the dark might let you wake. Your cold near firelight still guards a ghost of time. I lost the person wearing it, but the warmth still calls you mine. The wind borrowed you at sundown, took your voice across the pine. Now every branch outside my window moves like it is drawing your sign. I hear you in the loosened shutters, in the prayer flags on the hill. I ask the air to pass me gently, but it brings you closer still. The wind borrowed you and never brought you back. It left your warmth indoors and your shadow on the path. The wind borrowed you. Now I hear you everywhere. Love became a moving weather, touching everything but air. A shirt line swings behind the house, white sleeves reaching toward the dark. I watch them dance without a body, like grief trying to find a heart. The valley hums, the bamboo bends, the night arrives in broken waves. I try to stand against remembering, but the wind knows all my weak places. The wind borrowed you and never brought you back. It left your warmth indoors and your shadow on the path. The wind borrowed you. Now I hear you everywhere. Love became a moving weather, touching everything but air. If I could hold one breath of you, I would keep it like a flame. But even silence leaves my hands when the wind repeats your name. The wind borrowed you, and the mountains learn my loss. It moves through me like a river, through a bridge already crossed. The wind borrowed you. Now the night is never fair. Love became a moving weather, touching everything but there. The hills keep breathing through the mist, a slow gray song above the trees. I wake beside an empty pillow and hear them breathing over me. The room is cold before the sun, the blanket holds your fading heat. I pull the silence to my chest, like it could turn back into peace. The hills keep breathing without you, rising softly, falling wide. I thought the world would stop a little, but it learned to move outside. The hills keep breathing without you, while I barely make it through. Even nature has a rhythm, but mine is broken where I loved you. rooster calls below the ridge. The morning breaks in quiet blue. I pour one cup and leave one empty, like my hands still wait for you. The smoke goes up from every roof, but not the one inside my chest. I tell the day I am alright, then lose the strength before I dress. The hills keep breathing without you, rising softly, falling wide. I thought the world would stop a little, but it learned to move outside. The hills keep breathing without you, while I barely make it through. Even nature has a rhythm, but mine is broken where I loved you. Distance was a medicine, the mountains would have made me new. But every peak between our lives still points my aching heart to you. The hills keep breathing without you, and the morning fills the sky. I stand beneath the endless quiet, with a love that will not die. The hills keep breathing without you, but my chest forgets its tune. Even nature has a rhythm, mine still breaks itself on you. Echoes after sunset, cool and deep behind the house. I lower down the silver bucket and hear your voice come drifting out. It is not magic, it is memory, what I carry and what I hide. The rope burns softly in my palms, like a promise pulled through time. The well holds echoes, and the dark gives them back. Your goodbye falls through silence, like a coin into the black. The of the love I could not save, I keep drawing up the water, but thirst remains the same. We used to stand here in the evening, washing dust from summer skin. You said the stars look closer here, like heaven might be listening. Now only frogs sing in the grass, and fireflies stitch the yard with light. I asked the water how to lose you, it answers with your name tonight. The well holds echoes, and the dark gives them back. Your goodbye falls Goodbye beneath wet pines fell softer than the rain. Your eyes were holding back a storm, mine were learning how to break. The needle shone with silver drops, the mountain path was black with clay. You kept your hand inside your pocket, like touch could make you stay. Goodbye beneath wet pines still follows me downhill. I left you standing in the weather, but the weather found me still. Goodbye beneath wet pines, where the cold air came between. You walked away through all that green and took the color out of me. The forest held its breath around us, no bird dared cross the sky. I listened for a reason falling, but only heard the branches cry. Your jacket darkened in the rain, your voice was careful, low and kind. Kindness can be cruel in endings when it leaves no door behind. Goodbye beneath wet pines still follows me downhill. I left you standing in the weather, but the weather found me still. Goodbye beneath wet pines, where the cold air came between. You walked away through all that green and took the color out of me. I used to love the smell of pine, the clean, sharp truth after rain. Now every forest opens quietly and lets your leaving breathe again. Goodbye beneath wet pines still darkens every hill. I came home from that ending, but the ending follows still. Goodbye beneath wet pines, where the cold air came between. You walked away through all that green and left the green inside of me. Thunder under blankets shakes the room but not the light. I keep you side untouched beside me, like you might return tonight. The rain is slow against the roof, the mountain ends as far away. I count the space between the thunder, like it can tell me where you stay. Soft thunder under blankets and your name beneath my skin. The storm outside is fading, but the one you left stays in. Soft thunder under blankets, every heartbeat pulls me through. I do not chase the lightning, I only wait for traces of you. Your pillow holds a hollow shape, a quiet valley near my face. I turn away then turn back over, as if grief has changed its place. The candle bends, the shadows lean, the old floor cools beneath my feet. I cross the room to close the window and hear your almost sleepy breath in me. Soft thunder stays in. Soft thunder under blankets, every heartbeat pulls me through. I do not chase the lightning, I only wait for traces of you. I would have held the whole dark sky if it could keep your heart from rain. But love became a weather wanted, arriving after all the pain. Soft thunder under blankets, and the night breaks into blue. Your empty side turns colder, like the storm has passed through you. Soft thunder under blankets, every heartbeat splits in two. I do not chase the lightning, only break where it touched you. No train reached home that evening. The tracks were flooded by the rain. You stood beneath the station roof with goodbye folded in your face. The platform lights were shaking gold. Your suitcase waited by your knee. I thought delay could save a heart, but time was kinder than we could be. No train reached home, but you still left somehow. The wheels never turned. Still I lost you in that crowd. No train reached home, only thunder crossed the line. I held a ticket full of hope while you held the end of mine. The station clock stopped twice that night, as if it did not want to choose. I watched the rain erase the platform, but it could not erase you. A porter closed the metal gate, the loudspeaker coughed and died. You touched my sleeve, then took your hand back, and the world split open wide. No train reached home, but you still left somehow. The wheels never turned. Still I lost you in that crowd. No train reached home, only thunder crossed the line. I held a ticket full of hope while you held the end of mine. I used to think departure needed distance, a whistle, smoke, a moving light. But you were gone before the engine, before the station said goodnight. No train reached home, and the rain still knows the track. I stand where the lights were trembling, wishing delay could bring you back. No train reached home, only silence crossed the line. I held a ticket full of hope while you held goodbye like mine. Old songs by windows play softly from a phone with a cracked black screen. The melody knows all our seasons, and the chorus still knows me. Outside, the rain threads through the bamboo inside. The room forgets to breathe. I lower down the volume slowly, but not the part of you and me. Old songs by windows, bring your face into the glass. Every note becomes a doorway to a room inside the past. Old songs by windows make the night feel almost near. I do not need to press replay. Your echo does it here. You used to sing the wrong last line and laugh before the bridge arrived. Now that mistake is all I wait for, like a ghost still half alive. The village road is shining black, the neon shop sign blinks and fades. I'm out the words I never told you, and they sound older than my age. Old songs by windows, bring your face into the glass. Every note becomes a doorway to a room inside the past. Old songs by windows make the night feel almost near. I do not need to press replay. Your echo does it here. Maybe music keeps the wounded, not by healing, but by proof. Something beautiful once happened, and it sounded close to you. Old songs by windows turn the rain to silver strings. I hear the life we almost finished in the way the chorus rings. Old songs by windows hold the dark until it clears. I do not need to press replay. Your echo lives in here. Footsteps along village roads come back when the evening lowers. I know no one is behind me, but I hear us after hours. Dust rises soft beneath the cars. Dogs are sleeping near the gate. The road we took to say forever still remembers every late mistake. Footsteps along village roads echo where your hand let go. Every stone beneath the moon knows the love I could not close. Footsteps along village roads take me back against my will. I keep walking toward tomorrow, but the old road wants you still. The little store beside the bend still sells the sweets you used to choose. I pass it with my eyes turned down, like even sugar tastes like bruise. A bicycle bell cuts through the air. A child runs home before the rain. I almost smile at ordinary life, then ordinary life says your name. Footsteps along village roads echo where your hand let go. Every stone beneath the every lane, footsteps along village roads grow louder when the night is wide. I hear the version of us laughing from the life we left behind. Footsteps along village roads carry what my mouth conceals. I keep walking toward tomorrow, but this road has never healed. The village lights are hanging low, like tired stars above the road. I pass the shop we used to know, and every window wears your ghost. The rain has softened every sound, but not the words you left behind. I keep my heart beneath my coat like something cold I cannot hide. Lanterns fade before morning, but your memory stays awake. I walk through all this quiet with your name beneath my breath. Lanterns fade before morning, still I see you in the glow. Love should leave when someone leaves, but mine never learned to go. The tea house closed an hour ago. The chairs are stacked against the wall. I see our laughter in the steam, then lose it when the shadows fall. The hills are sleeping far away. The fog is moving through the pines. I tell myself the night is kind, then find you in another sign. Lanterns fade before morning, but your memory stays awake. I walk through all this quiet with your name beneath my breath. Lanterns fade before morning, still I see you in the glow. Love should leave when someone leaves, but mine never learned to go. Maybe goodbye is not a door. Maybe it is lighter than you left the road, you left the room, but not the place I keep you in. Lanterns fade before morning, and the whole town disappears. Still your face returns in silver on the edge of all my tears. Lanterns fade before morning, but the dark already knows. Love should leave when someone leaves, but mine still follows. go.